thank you for watching this video, and also thank you in advance for subscribing to this channel. Your support is much needed and appreciated as we bring you relevant topics and we bring you the naked truth. The title of this video is California Bans the Confederate Flag. Now, John and viewers, the Confederate flag, for me, I'm a veteran, served in the military for 10 years, and we did not risk our lives for nothing but one flag, and that is the American flag. I have no problem with you personally want to fly the American flag on your vehicle, your home. I ain't got no problem with that. I don't. But on a government property, I do. What California did, they said, look, we're banning that flag from flying in the state of South Carolina on all government properties. South Carolina has refused to do so. As a matter of fact, I believe that there's still a ban going on against South Carolina, but South Carolina is a little different than California as regards to the Confederate South. John? Absolutely.
If you want to recognize that as a part of history, and it is, that's okay. It's a part of our history. It's a part that we don't want to move forward, but it's a part of our history, so it needs to be noted, but it need not be glamorized. It need not be celebrated. It's simply a part of our history that we noted that we have grown from. Or at least some of us have grown from.
Right.
And so the California ban on the Confederate flag on government property is a step in the right direction.
It is.
It's a step in the right direction because the American flag is the flag of solidarity that is to bring all of the states together,
right,
and the people within the states. The Confederate flag is part of what caused the division. And as a result, it should not be given a continual place in our history that allows for division. It should be put in
a museum.
A museum. If you want to fly it on your truck, that's fine. If you want to put it in your yard, that's fine. But you should not be allowed to make it a part of the government by flying it on government
because
property.
You're saying all taxpayer dollars are supporting that flag from flying.
Absolutely.
My point is this: is that the Civil War was about to separate the states. The North against the South. So when the war was won by the North, all right, to unify the state, how in the world? Because we're the only country that had a civil war to where the loser of the war, and I'm sorry for calling you Confederates losers, but the losers of the war to continue to fly their flag. Now, it's like that if you have an argument with your wife, okay, you guys reconcile, but you still steady up bringing up the issue. Well, if we're going to be past it, we need to really be past it. Let's do away with it. Man, put that thing aside and let's move on and let's be a United States of America. I just don't see the point, the rationale of continuing to have that flag flying anywhere on any government property. Like I said, John said, we don't mind you flying the flag at your home, your truck. You won't wear t-shirts on it.
That's a personal preference.
That's your personal preference. And you know, First Amendment rights give you freedom of speech. That's your right to have that. That's your right. But don't make everyone who is opposed to that pay for it, because because the taxpayer dollars support those institutions, be it the State House or be it whatever, the monument, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, California is quite progressive in a lot of its thinking and laws.
Now, some of them, I'm sorry, because
not all of them, not all of them.
Yeah, but that's the I'm
talking about in terms of this.
Yeah,
I've lived out there for a while.
Yeah, I can tell.
And
go ahead.
I enjoyed the time out there.
Yeah.
But at any rate, when we take a look at the fact that it's progressive in terms of protecting the public, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
when we talking about some of the stringent laws on corporations, environmental laws, they're where they should be, and where a lot of the other countries should be, rest of the country should be. When we take a look at flying the Confederate flag, they've taken a stand and said we're going to ban it from government property.
Government property.
That's progressive thinking.
Right.
That is what the entire country needs to move to, because our competition is no longer on the local level.
Right.
We compete globally.
Right.
We compete globally, and so we have to have some global mindset as a country. And when we continually do things that divide the house, we know only one thing, and that is you can also hear us on digital radio with Ramsey Lewis at Kinetic Hi-Fi, and so go there. We're discussing even other issues, and it's myself, Ramon Rohn, and Larry Singletary, along with Ramsey Lewis.
And the title of the show is?
The title of the show is The Naked
Truth.
This has been another edition of The Naked Truth, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.